My name is Jaquaylin Forrest. I'm a news content producer for ABC 24 News, obviously. My job is to find stories that are interesting, find stories that deal with our brand, such as solution seeking. I work with Sandy, who is also the director. There's also a control room where we also run the news from. Our job is to be in sync as far as where the shows, what are in the shows, and how they're supposed to go. So that's pretty much how we do things.
Okay, so knowing that we work together every day on shows, how was election night different for both of us?
I think election night, I think the pressure was on. We definitely had to be more in sync. We obviously had shows before this, so it was kind of like building up on the chemistry that we already had. So it was just kind of instinctual, but it also was an open line of communication that we had to have as well. So just going with the punches, going with the flows. If I didn't have something, you were there. If you didn't have something, I'll make sure that I was there as well. We both needed things from each other. And throughout the crazy night that it was, we were able to get it done. It was just kind of like the big game, kind of. Like we practiced on all the other shows, and then we would just use all the tools that we brought together to make the night happen. All the information that needed to be given out was given out. All the live shots were great. We took them at the right time. The anchors weren't confused. I mean, we were just really in sync with that. I enjoyed the night. I enjoyed working with you. Hopefully we get to do plenty more of those. And like I said, it's always easy and it's a pleasure.
Well, my name is Sergio Garcia. I work here at ABC 24, and I'm a production assistant. Day to day, everything has its own pace. Some days are a little bit more busier than others, and other days are pretty more calm. But for election night, we knew from the beginning of the week that it was going to be a tough event for us to cover. But I think we had a lot of preparation. We talked about it a lot. I asked a lot of questions. I know I asked you a lot of questions as well about election night. And I remember you telling me, we just have to expect the unexpected. We have to be ready for everything that comes. And I think that you were like very, very nice about it. You were calming me down a bit because, it was my first one. So I was just, waiting for anything, waiting for cues. And you were, helping me a lot. And then there were some times where I would be a little bit lost in the rundown, but you were kind of like, hey, we're in this part of the block, so just make sure to keep up. And I was like, okay, thank you.
That's what I was thinking too. Whenever we both walked in, we were both looking at the rundown, kind of like, there's really nothing in here. It's kind of a skeleton. There's like, we don't really know what's going to happen. So kind of tell me about like seeing how it was before and then how it was happening throughout the night, that kind of came to fruition.
Looking at the rundown before the show, it's like, okay, they didn't give us a lot to work with, so we're going to have to make magic out of this. And then in the show, we knew that it was going to be unorganized, but we also knew like, hey, this is going to happen at some point. We might go to Zaria at some point. We might go to Jay before Zaria or something like that. Things were like thrown at us all over the place. So it called for more of a serious tone, more of a be ready for anything type of energy.
Okay, awesome. Do you have anything else you want to add just about election night or, in general or anything?
I think what I'd like to say is that we rolled with the punches, and I remember going to the studio after the show, and I was thinking to myself, like, I'm very confident at, what we did. And then the whole team came out here, and they congratulated us a lot because we handled it very well. We knew that there's going to be unexpected things coming up, and I think that you were a very good leader. Without you, I wouldn't be who I am in terms of ABC 24. You were the one who taught me so much, and like now I'm like learning to direct because of you. So I'm very thankful that you're always a big help, and I think anybody would be very lucky to have you.